I want to talk about the perfect is the enemy of the good. Nice expression. I think we tend to see the final result of other people's hard work and investment and so on. And we evaluate our performance based on their finished result, which is pretty crazy if you look at it. However, what are we going to do? Most people don't show us their process. So we have to bear it in mind that what we see as perfection has gone through a lot of things that were not perfect, and maybe a lot of things that weren't even good. How are we going to use that idea? I would much rather get something out of the door delivered and good than chase perfect. Perfect has number one, what is perfect? Something I read in Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance as a very young lad, and so much so I actually wrote it on one of my electric guitars, and it said, in order to paint the perfect picture, first make yourself perfect, then paint a picture. I think that speaks for itself, doesn't it? I still love it, 30 odd years later. So the perfect is the enemy of the good. Yeah, so just do something. One thing I like about Tim Ferriss is the way that he's made it formal, and he's made a career out of learning in public. What he tends to do, and his podcast give me a lot of anxiety, because everything is about the pursuit of perfection. And I think, oh my God, I'm not doing enough. But his goals are his goals, my goals are mine. Clearly your goals are yours. However, that thing about learning in public is a really good breakthrough. Obviously, I'm doing it now because this isn't my natural medium, video and so on. And but I want to improve in this area. I also want to be able to articulate my thoughts more clearly in this improvising style, and find out what I really want to say, and then learn from that and iterate it in the same way that I'm doing with the video. And then maybe I'll do a few edits and learn how to use the software and make that workflow a lot simpler, because I find it intensely boring. And then distribute it on the social media, which is even more boring. However, if I can iterate and make that smoother through a lack of perfection, then I will get to somewhere that I find is useful, that I can use for the things I really care about, which is teaching and my art. So what have I got here in my notes? Yeah, so everybody's learning in public anyhow. Your colleagues are watching you. Yeah, your friends and family are watching you. Strangers at times are watching you work and do things that aren't perfect. So don't get too hung up on trying to achieve perfection. Just deliver and then do it again. It's a bit like a joke about something from Microsoft, isn't it? They made probably $2 billion on 1.0 Windows. That was rubbish. And then the next few things were kind of rubbish as well. But they just kept learning it and then reinvesting and then getting to a point where they have for lots of people, a good product. Or maybe even some people a perfect product. He hasn't let Bill Gates and so on stop them. Yeah? So don't let it stop you. And that is the moral of this little video.